My name is Renique Cooper and I'm a social worker with Memorial Care Saddleback Hospital. Today, I'd like to speak to you about neurobics. You might ask, what is neurobics? Neurobics has less to do with leg warmers and burning calories to your favorite music than it has to do with keeping your brain active. The term neurobics was coined by Dr. Lawrence Katz, who is a former Duke University professor of neurobiology. Dr. Katz defines neurobics as aerobics for your brain. Neurobics is exercising parts of the brain that are not used on a regular basis, challenging your physical and emotional senses, enhances brain activity and health. Just as cross-training helps you maintain overall physical fitness, neurobics can help you take charge of your overall mental fitness. Neurobics aims to help you maintain a continuing level of strength and flexibility as you age. The findings suggest that a neurobic exercise program is an effective intervention in improving memory and reducing depression. What makes neurobics different than any other brain exercise? Neurobics is different because it uses your 5 senses to enhance the brain's natural drive to form association between different types of information. An example would be putting a name together with a face, putting a smell with a food. The ideal brain exercises involve activating many different brain areas to increase the range of mental motion. We all know that the brain consists of multiple different parts, and by engaging our senses, we're engaging different parts of the brain, whether it's through our thinking and memory, or through language and touch, or sight. We want to engage multiple parts of the brain. Neurobics exercises will utilize at least 2 of these parts. Neurobics is a synthesis of important new information and how the brain acquires and maintains memories. By engaging all of the different parts of the brain, neurobics help to make the brain more agile and flexible overall, so it can take on any mental challenge, including memory, task performance, or creativity. Think about it. If you're in the shower and you're listening to the water in the shower and you're feeling the water on your body and you're smelling the smells of the soap and the shampoo, you're engaging different senses. And it creates more creativity and memory that you're able to remember different things. Neurobics light up neglected neural pathways. This helps to develop cognitive reserve, which we need to keep our brains sharper and longer as we age. What makes neurobics different than any other brain exercise is that it must follow 3 rules. 1, using more senses in an unusual way. For example, reading a book uses 1 sense. Reading a book while listening to music uses 2 senses. Reading a book while listening to music and smelling an aroma, like a scented candle or coffee or tea, uses 3 senses. Rule number 2, you need to be invested with your full concentration, even just for a few minutes. Take a picture, a clock, or a calendar and turn it upside down. This focuses your mind on something that's an everyday item that you're putting your full concentration into, even just for a moment, to try to figure out what the clock is saying. And 3, refreshing the routine. Shake up your routine because routine can be deadening to your brain. Take a different route to the bank or to the store and try brushing roulette. Don't go the same direction each time. Try sitting in a different seat than you normally do. If you're going to a lecture or a class, try sitting somewhere where you normally don't. It's creating a new neural pathway for your brain. In Dr. Katz's book, Keep Your Brain Alive, he goes through 83 different neurobic exercises that you can do for your brain to keep it active and healthy. Of all of these amazing exercise routines for your brain, I have chosen 2 to share with you today. Activity number 1, complete your morning routine with your opposite hand. So for example, if your dominant hand is right, you would utilize your left. And if your dominant hand is left, you would use your right. Try combing your hair or brushing your teeth or picking out your clothes to wear, or maybe all 3 with your non-dominant hand. By doing so, you're creating new neural pathways. Much of what we do is out of habit. You likely don't have to think about brushing your teeth, thus the brain is not being challenged. But simple changes like using the opposite hand can challenge your brain to work harder. Activity number 2. If using chopsticks is something that is challenging to you, this is a great way to create new neural pathways and to challenge your brain. I'm not just talking about eating it with normal Asian food, but I'm talking about using pizza or snacks to challenge your brain. If it's an activity that is somewhat challenging for you, it's a great thing to integrate into your routine that doesn't take that much time, but will definitely give your brain a bit of an added challenge to exercise it. Neurobics is a synthesis of important new information and how the brain acquires and maintains memories and how certain brain activities produce natural nutrients. The cerebral cortex, the seat of higher learning in the brain, specialized to receive, interpret, and store information from the senses. Connecting the areas of the cerebral cortex are hundreds of different neural pathways. The brain is richly endowed with specific molecules, neurotrophins, which are produced to act as a brain nutrient. The amount of neurotrophins produced by nerve cells, meaning the more active brain cells, are the more growth-stimulating molecules they produce and the better they respond. Specific kinds of sensory stimulation, especially non-routine experiences that produce novel activity patterns and nerve cell circuits, can produce greater qualities of growth-stimulating molecules. By engaging all of the different parts of the brain, Neurobics help to make the brain more agile and flexible overall so it could take on any mental challenge, including memory, task performance, or creativity. We are teaching our brain to do the same tasks we do day to day by lining up neglected neural pathways to keep the brain sharper and operating at maximum capacity. Here are some ways that you can utilize Neurobics in your day-to-day life. Start reading aloud. Try a new hobby that is out of character for you. Try new things, a new cuisine. Go into a Middle Eastern food market. Learn a new language or instrument. Be open to different people who have different ideas from you. Meditating. Do some physical exercise. Doing day-to-day tasks with your non-dominant hand, as we spoke about earlier. Turn your watch upside down for a day. That could be fun. So now let's go to Cindy Whitney, who is at the Bridge Club, and we're going to talk with the president of the Bridge Club to show you how learning a new skill is neurobic exercise.
I'm Cindy Whitney, and I'm here at Clubhouse 7 today because we're going to be talking about thriving in the village, and I'm here with the newest member of the Thrive team, Bill Shane. How are you, Bill?
Wonderful. Thank you, Cindy.
Oh, that's great. Well, Bill, as you know, the mission of Thrive is to have quality experiences that we sort of inspire people with, stories and experiences throughout every chapter of our lives. And can you tell me, is that why you've invited us here for a bridge game?
Well, it's sort of why, but the bigger picture is that the bridge games that we have here every day serve the people of the village and their guests in ways that let them exercise their minds, meet people. It's a wonderful daily experience.
Okay, let's drill down a little bit into that. When you said, and their guests, it's Clubhouse 7, so it does not have to necessarily be a resident who is playing, because everyone has access to Clubhouse 7. Is that correct?
Absolutely true. Absolutely.
Okay, so now let's say I'm here in the village and I know about bridge, but I've never really played it. What are the opportunities that I would have to come over here and learn?
Sure. One of the wonderful things about the Bridge Club is that we have people at all different levels, from absolutely brand new, I've never played before, please teach me to play, all the way through to people that are more experienced tournament players. But we particularly encourage, and my personal passion, is for the new player, someone that's looking for a new activity that wants to learn, and we take very good care of them.
Well, you are the person to be telling us these things too, because what is your status here?
I am the president of the club. I'm privileged to be the president of the club.
Well, that's wonderful. Were you elected?
I was. We have a board of directors. We are a formal organization. We have a board of directors of 10 people, and I am the president of those 10.
Oh, that's wonderful. Well, okay, so now we know that we can come in here, we can join our friends. Now, when we get pretty good at it, what way do we celebrate that? Do you have tournaments?
We do. We have tournaments and games and classes and lessons, but we have them for all levels. So when people are playing tournaments, they can play against other experienced players or people at their level. And for the beginning players, we have games and sort of semi-tournaments as well. So we really go out of our way to make sure that people are playing at the level at which they wish to play.
Oh, that's good. I think so. You aspire to a little bit of a more challenging level, and somebody will be there to help you with that.
Absolutely. For example, I just returned from a national tournament, so there are opportunities for people to advance to relatively more competitive environments, or to be here at whatever level they want.
I love it. I love it. Okay, let's get down to what are the benefits to playing bridge? I know people swear by it and say it's this wonderful thing. Are they getting benefits from this?
They are. Well, some swear by it, some swear at it, of course. But the benefits, I would say, particularly here in Laguna Woods, are in two areas. One is just the ability to exercise the mind, the cognitive benefits. National research has shown the bridge is one of the best, particularly for seniors, one of the best activities for seniors to keep the mind going. And the other major benefit is social. We're here, we have about 100 people here every day, different people on different days. Some are here every day, some are here several days a week, some are here once a week, but people become part of a community. We do look out for one another.
Well, I think that's wonderful. Now, I haven't spent any time in the bridge room, so I'm not quite sure how it's all played out in there. But do people change groups sometimes, or do they always stay with the same players and friends that they come with?
What a great question. On any given day, if you were here, you would have a partner for that day, and then play against many of the different people who are here. And then when you would return on a different day, you could play with the same partner or a different partner. But essentially, we have people within the different experience levels that play against one another.
I think that's good, and it spares people's feelings too, I think. And if you sign up for a particular level and you find that you're playing with other players of that same level, it's not as stressful.
We try to remove an element of the stress, and we go out of our way and say every single day that it's important to be nice to one another, particularly the newer people. But it's really true. Some people have the idea that it's so competitive and, oh my goodness, it's not going to be enjoyable. And we try to flip that around and make it absolutely the other side of the coin.
Well, that sounds perfect. I know that you've identified someone, one of the players, who would like to speak with us as well. So, and her name is Shirley?
Shirley Miller, one of my favorite people.
Oh, well, that's good. I'm sure they're all your favorite people. But let's go get Shirley, and I'd love to hear what she has to say about why she comes and plays, too.
That's great. And thank you very much, Cindy. And welcome to everybody.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Bill. We all feel welcome now. Thank you. And now I'm speaking with Shirley Miller, who is one of the bridge players. Hi, Shirley, how are you?
Fine, Cindy. Thanks for coming today.
Oh, it's my pleasure, my pleasure. I'm very curious about why you like to play bridge. Could you tell us a little bit about why you like to play bridge?
Well, it's a great way to have some socialization and, like we all do, stimulate those brain cells and just have a good time. It's always challenging, and you're always meeting new people, and there is always something to learn and something to try a little harder to do.
And when you say it's challenging, is that because maybe you're playing with different players each time, or there's just the game itself is challenging?
The game itself is challenging. You're playing with different people. There are some 40 million varieties of hands, so you never see the same cards twice. And it's just a constant, well, it's a communication challenge because you and your partner establish what we call conventions. And you're playing against other people who have their conventions. So it's always a little bit of a contest, not every hand, and then you move and you have a new set of opponents. So it's a constant change.
Well, now I knew none of what you just said. That sounds fascinating. So there are strategies. I mean, it sounds similar to other games that you might play. Say you're playing pickleball. You're playing with a partner, and it's the same thing. That every shot is different. Everything is different.
Yeah, exactly. That's a comparison. The difference, I think, though, is in bridge, you have the deck of cards, and you need to remember who played what, and to keep track of all 52 cards is a memory challenge.
Wow, that's really amazing. I knew none of this. This is so interesting. Now I'm excited. Now I want to come and play with you. I will. I will do that.
We have a beginners group and then some mentoring play that someone kind of looks over your shoulder and says, yeah, that's a good thing to do, or are you sure you want to do that? Maybe you'd rather do something else.
Oh, that sounds perfect.
It's really fun, and it's great to see the beginning players come out and start to play with us. I'm kind of an intermediate player, and so we do see the mentors come out and just do so well. And then, of course, we all aspire to be over there with the really big players.
Oh, I see. So there's a section for the big players?
Oh, yes.
A big pot of money on the table and all.
No, points. No money,
I'm
just
kidding,
points.
Well, it sounds fabulous. I can see that you love it, and I can see why you love it, and
really
come back over and over. Do you see yourself playing it for a long time?
I hope. As long as the brain cells hold out. Well, but that your point is well taken, because we have a lot of people who have different kinds of body failure, but that does not interfere with bridge.
I love it. I love it. Well, Shirley, I am so appreciative that you could come away from your game today.
I've gotta get back.
I know you do. And thank you for coming out and telling us a whole lot about bridge. Thank you so much. All right. Thank you for joining us today. And if you have a story or experience that you'd like to share, please contact us at thriveinthevillage.wordpress.com, and your story may be on television, online, or in print. That's all for now. Thanks for joining us. See you soon.
Hey, beach walkers, grandkid chasers, stair climbers, dance lovers, weekend warriors, and yogis. Your life demands activity, and joint pain shouldn't hold you back. Get personalized joint care that's as unique as you, with high satisfaction rates to prove it. At Memorial Care, your joint replacement patient navigator will be by your side, helping you safely return to more. Like another beach, extra hug, and one more song. More from life is calling with Memorial Care. Joint care so exceptional, you'll wish you'd done it sooner. At Memorial Care, we're voted high in patient satisfaction for a reason. Our specialized surgeons and care teams understand the pain you're going through, as well as the best personalized treatment to get you back to what you love sooner. With nationally recognized care, advanced technology like our Precision Mako surgical system, and support that's always by your side. Get ready to go forth with renewed joy. A new movement awaits at Memorial Care Orthopedic and Spine Institute.
If you're interested in learning more information about neurobic exercise, I invite you to join Memorial Care and Thrive at our next social. Join us to learn about the Thrive Group and Memorial Care Saddleback Medical Center resources and support available to you. Special guests from Saddleback's Emergency Room Department will also share information about the hospital's unique services. You will have a chance to participate in games, which we're going to be doing Neurobic games, and a giveaway opportunity. There'll be sugar-free options available, and space is limited on a first-come, first-served basis. So I suggest that you call immediately and reserve your seat. You can contact our senior advocate, Jessica, at 949-452-3791. The information that was provided in this video is here on the reference list. I invite you to take a look at all of these references so that you can bring neurobic exercises into your day-to-day life. Thank you so much for watching this video.
Elizabeth Rapper writes, "My neighbor is a kind and thoughtful person. She sweeps the walk not only in front of her manor, but the whole walk from beginning to end, including around the trash area. And during the fall, when the trees lose their leaves, she's out sweeping almost every day." Aloha Saxon writes, "When I moved into my home, I was given a telephone list of my immediate neighbors. A week later, I was desperately in need of that list, as I was badly disabled with the flu. A neighbor on that list went to the store and bought some Gatorade to hydrate me, and then kept track to make sure I was okay."
Hey, beach walkers, grandkid chasers, stair climbers, dance lovers, weekend warriors, and yogis. Your life demands activity, and joint pain shouldn't hold you back. Get personalized joint care that's as unique as you, with high satisfaction rates to prove it. At Memorial Care, your joint replacement patient navigator will be by your side, helping you safely return to more. Like another beach, extra hug, and one more song. More from life is calling with Memorial Care.